Is Bo coming?
Yeah, he's here. You don't see him?
Oh. Oh, now I do.
Okay.
And you have your coffee yet?
I'm going to put you back in the waiting room, Phil, and we're going to get ourselves together, and then I'll bring you back up.
Oh, come on.
Plan. This is definitely not the way that I want to be telling All Soulsians news, but given where we are and what's going on, this is probably the best we got at this moment. If you haven't heard, on Monday morning, one of our beloveds, Jennifer Baylor, died. It was totally unexpected. She hadn't been feeling well for a little while, but she went to bed early on Sunday evening and did not wake up from sleep. And it's been just a really, really difficult time for everybody, but especially for Mark and Jill and Carl as they come to grips with this. And it's been a real shock because this was nothing that anybody saw. And particularly here at All Souls, the Baylor Anderson family have been here for 20 plus years. Jill and Carl have grown up here, and Jennifer has been the pillar of this place the whole time. The last couple of days feels like weeks. We've been kind of like tracing out the patterns of her participation with, as a Stephen minister, with Sunday morning Bible study, with EFM, with her Sacred Ground group, with her house group, with a small group. And it's been really, really hard, but also really beautiful to see how many lives she touched and what a force in so many people's lives she's been for so long. So what I think I would ask of every All Soulsian is that in your daily prayers that you remember Mark Anderson and Jill Anderson and Carl Anderson and the whole family. Right now, it's just been so hard right at this moment. And you entrust, like I've been doing, that Jennifer is in the embrace of this God that she gave a lot of her life to learn more about and figure out how to get closer to and live by. It looks like the service might well be a couple weeks out on Saturday, December 19th, probably in the late morning. More details are being worked on, and you'll learn about that, All Soulsians, as soon as we have that. But just for now, put that date in your calendar for the time that we will gather to mourn and to cry and to laugh and to trust that Jennifer is in the arms of God, as is the case, unfortunately, right now with all the services in a time of shelter in place. It will be live streamed only. It'll just be the family that is able to be here in the space at All Souls, but we will live stream it. And so one and all will be able to participate that way. But in the meanwhile, I do ask if you'd like to reach out, that you just write a note. Go old fashioned on this one. I think Jennifer would have appreciated that. And write a note to Jill and to Carl and Mark and send it to their home. In time, I think they'll be able to maybe have more phone calls and things like that. But at this moment, that's probably best. And check in with us. We're going to get a meal train going, so that that's one way we can show our love for them. I also ask your prayers for everybody. Pray for each other. Reach out to each other. we're not supposed to do this alone. And so reach out to people, send a note, actually call on the phone to share this grief that we're all feeling right now.
Thanks, Phil, for sharing that with us and for holding all of this with us.
All right.
All right.
You've got an important interview to do, which actually I think Jennifer would have loved.
Yeah.
And so not to put too much pressure on you and your interviewee, but this is also part of the way of love. Love you both. Love you all, Soulsians.
Bye.
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 I'm so excited for our next special guest. She's already in the waiting room. I can hardly wait before we bring her on.
So our special guest is going to participate in another round of Story Swap.
Well, my daddy left home.
Yay.
When I was
All right, let's
three,
bring her
and
on.
he didn't
All right.
leave much to Ma and me, just as
How are
Hey,
you?
Nora.
Well, thanks for coming on to the Story Swap, the Soulcast today.
Welcome.
Nora, so what we're going to do today is this thing called the Story Swap. My first question to you both, though, is what is a Christmas pageant?
I'm actually not sure what a pageant is.
Great. Have you ever been to church on Christmas and seen people acting out a story?
I have no idea.
Right, this is great.
Awesome.
Maggie, why don't you give us your answer?
Okay, so a Christmas pageant is when some people from a church or another group, they get together and they act out the story of when Jesus was born. Have you ever seen anything like that, Nora?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
What a world.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a play?
I've done a play I did a play at my kindergarten.
You did? What kind of play did you do?
It was a story called The Mitten.
Oh, that's cool.
What role did you play in it?
I think the grandmas. All I did was pretend to knit and say lines and hold up a big sign.
Yeah, you know what, Nora, you just described is exactly what happens during a Christmas pageant, except the story is not the mitten. The story is the story of when Jesus was born.
Oh.
Yeah. So you know what a Christmas pageant is now.
Okay, so next question. Nora, I need you to pick which color card.
Blue.
Blue, you got it. Okay, here we go. Oh. Okay, Blue says, what kind of animals do you think there were when Jesus was born? Think we're there. Sorry. Did you think we're there when Jesus was born?
I'm just going to say any owl.
Yeah, that's
any
great.
Animal. Owl.
That's an owl. Woo. Woo. I bet there was.
I literally just saw it because I have that stuffy owl.
Oh, nice.
I bet there was an owl there when Jesus was born.
I totally think there was an owl there.
And I think from now on, there should always be a Christmas owl.
Yeah. What kind of animals typically live in barns? Do you know?
Horses, cows, roosters, pigs.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Sheeps.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other farm animals that I know.
Those
That's
are
a
good.
really good list.
Yeah, it's a really good list. Maggie, do you have, you have to answer too. What would you say to this?
I think, well, definitely there were probably sheep there because in the story about Jesus's birth, there's some angels, and the angels come and make an appearance. They come and talk to some people that are called shepherds, and shepherds are people that lead sheep around.
Really good guess.
Bet there are probably some sheep there.
All right, Nora. Next question. Which color?
Pink.
Got it. If you were going to dress up like an angel, what would you wear?
Wings, a white dress, maybe like, I think that's the all I can think that looks like an angel.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. Maggie, what would you say?
I think I would also wear some wings for sure. And I think I would have something around my head, like a halo.
Oh yeah, like a yellow thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I was thinking of that, but I'm not sure how you can wear that.
I don't know. Maybe you have to come up with a way to hold it up, like using like a headband or something.
Maybe like, yeah, maybe you could like wear a headband. So that's you could. I have this headband that's exactly like my hair and has this thing on it. So it just looks like I'm wearing the thing on top.
Oh.
You could use that headband and then make it so it looks like that the yellow thing above your head is just magically above your head.
Floating up there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really
Well,
good
I
idea.
think you're describing like maybe the scene that you and your family could do for the pageant, because it sounds like you have really good ideas already. Just saying. All right, let's answer one more question. Which color now?
Silver.
You got it.
Or gray.
Oh, this is a tough one. I'm very curious to see how you two answer this one. What does it mean to be the light of the world?
Like the leader of the world? I'm thinking of like, the light of something that you're like the star. You're like the leader. I'm trying to think of that.
That's a great answer, Nora.
Yeah.
Maggie, what do you think?
I think being the light of the world is means that you help other people see. Kind of like what you said, Nora, about being a leader. It's about helping other people see like the goodness in the world too. Well,
Okay.
thanks, Nora.
Welcome.
It was so good talking to you. All
Bye,
right,
Nora.
we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. As Nora has just described, there are lots of different ways and lots of different characters that are needed to tell the story of Jesus' birth. And there are a lot of ways to act them out. And there are a lot of different types of things you can wear and do and make in your home to help us tell the story of Jesus. But the important thing is that all of us have to work together to tell this story, because we can't be together to do it in person. And so if you and your family, or you by yourself, or any part of your family wants to create a scene, we've divided the story into several scenes. So when you sign up, I will send you a scene assignment with a little passage from scripture, and you will interpret that short passage into a 60 to 90-second video. And we will edit them together, and hopefully the end product will be a Christmas pageant for the ages. So we need everyone's help to do this. And if Nora can come up with a costume idea for an angel on the spot with no preparation, you can too.
That's right. I'm signing up literally right now for my family.
Yes.
Here I go. No, but really, I am. I'm doing it. I signed up on the Google form from the homepage. I'm doing it. I got inspired from Nora.
She's an inspirational person. So
Yeah.
Lucky to have her here at All Souls.
Oh, man, are we? Oh, Maggie.
Yes.
What's going on with Jordan Court?
Okay, I was just up in the parish hall cleaning up from the Advent Festival.
Yeah.
And there are cement pillars in Jordan Court. Like, there is a structure we're making upward movement. For a long time it was like bringing everything down, and then there was a lot of like underground movement, and now we are going up, and that feels like something really good, you know?
It does. Yeah.
Feels like a forward direction. So there are pillars, there's cement being poured, there's a lot of people out there working, big machinery going, so it is good. Emily.
Yes.
What's on tap?
Oh, goodness. Okay. So this Sunday morning, we have a adult formation class. It started last week. This is only week 2, so jump on in. The Reverend Michael Lemaire is teaching a class on the prophets and looking at Jewish roots to our faith. So you should go to that. It's at 10:10 on Sundays on Zoom. You can find all the information on the homepage of the website under the virtual formation box on the front. And then Maggie, you want to tell us a bit about some Advent practice stuff?
Yeah. So as you may remember from our special Advent episode of the Soulcast, there are 5 practices for Advent 2020. And so last week we had the Advent Festival, and you should have had an opportunity to get your Advent wreath made. And so you'll use that on Sunday evenings during the Lessons and Carol service that's happening on Zoom at 5:30. The service itself is about 15 minutes long, and then we will together watch the unveiling of that evening's Advent window, which happens every night on Facebook Live at 5:45. But on those Sunday nights, if you're on the Zoom call, we'll watch that together if you want to. You can always hop off before then if you don't care to see that. So all told, it takes about half an hour on Sunday nights. And
man, it was so sweet last Sunday night too.
It was. I love seeing everyone's Advent wreath, everyone holding it up to the camera. And
yeah, there's like 60 or 50 some odd households on the call, and then watching the Advent window display revealed together was really fun. Like, if you missed it last Sunday night,
yeah,
I think you should come. There's still 3 more shots at this. You could do it. It's just kind of short and sweet. Oh, and then
yes,
Wednesday nights in Advent, we're doing a Teze service. So if you missed last night's, there will be only 2 more of those. So it's Wednesday night, 7:30. I think it's about 45-minute service. All right, Maggie, good to see you. Also, Lynn.
Bye.
Goodbye.